Okay, this is the sweater that we're going to work on today. We're going to chart it onto a spreadsheet. I find that's easier for me when I'm converting a sweater from hand knit, which is what this is, to a sweater that's machine knit, which is what I want. You can find this original pattern. Just search for Lana sweater. It's basically a waist length sweater with a long rib, short sleeves, scoop neck, crocheted edge. Okay, so let's get rid of that picture. You're going to open it. You're going to need a spreadsheet open and your pattern, which I've used Knitwear Sweater Designs to create my pattern. Okay, now the pattern calls for a minimum of at least 42 needles. So that's what we're going to set up. Now, in column B2, you're going to, it's called freezing it. And in my case, it's under home and then format. Wait a minute. Regroup. I'm learning a new spreadsheet, and it's okay. There's unfreeze. Where's free? Oh, I know why. I've already frozen it. So let's start from new. Okay. Welcome to Come Knit With Me. We're going to convert this sweater, which is called Lana sweater. I believe that you can find it on Ravelry. It is a regular length sweater with a long bottom band, short sleeves, scoop neck with a crocheted edge. Okay, that's the sweater we're going to be making. So to do the prep, you got your pattern. Now I use Great Knit Designs, Great Sweater Designs, to create my patterns. So you need to prepare the spreadsheet. Okay, you're going to click on this block, which is the upper left corner, and then you're going to adjust the columns, and I like doing it about 250, 225 in that general area. Okay, and you're going to place the cursor at B2, and you're going to select your freeze, which what this does, it keeps a portion of the sheet visible while the rest of the sheet scrolls. Okay. Alright, now we need on row 1, we need, these are the representation of your needles. So I need 42 marked over here. So I type the equal sign, arrow back to pick up B1, plus 1, enter. Okay, and then I take that and I drag that over until I have 42. Okay, and I am going to have a total of 88 rows. So 88 here. And then I'm going to put in a formula again, which is the equal, arrow up, pick up A2, minus 1, enter. And then I'm going to take this and drag it all the way down until it hits 0. Now what I've done, because it's an open cast on, I like to do color coded. So I put a row, I color coded a row on the bottom where my open cast on is. Okay? Alright, now I also have a font that I found on the web as KS symbols W. Okay, and what that is if I type in a K, it types in that symbol. Okay? So I need what? I'm going to put this where I can see it. Okay, so I need 2 rows even. Now, I'm going to be doing some increase and decrease and all kinds of that, okay? So I know I'm going to keep 16 stitches on the thing, so on the machine. So I need, let's see, 21. Okay, so I got to go 6. Okay, do it the easy way. Go 16. Highlight that. Move it over. And I'm going to color code this one. That's not staying because it's in the middle and I know this. Okay, so we have 13 on that side. 13 on that side. That's good. That's where I want it. Now I am going to label these as a color code in highlighted colors. And let me get rid of this because we don't need that red there anymore. Now, these stitches from 16 to 28 don't change much. So I am going to hide these. So I go under hide and unhide. I'm going to hide columns. Other spreadsheets will be under your format columns. Okay, so let's make this just a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. Okay, this way you can see it better. Excuse me. So we're going to do 2 rows. You can do Control C for copy and Control V for paste, or highlight the square and drag it and drop it. Okay, I'll put that a little bit so you can see that. There we go. All right, and then we're going to work 2 rows. Way shaping. We're going to decrease stitch at each end of next row. So that is basically that. Highlight, copy, drag, drop. And then every following 8th row once to 38 stitches. Okay, now 38 stitches, that's 40. And that's 38. And you're going to do this for 12 rows. Okay. Yeah, because this was the next decrease to start your 8, and you don't need that. Okay, now we're going to work even for 2 rows. Control C, paste. Now I'm going to increase 1 stitch at each end of next row. Okay, so increase 1 stitch each end, next row. And then every following 26 row once. Okay, so this has got to go up 26. Okay. Now I think I have to. How many did I say? 26. Okay, I did Control P for paste. Okay. Okay. Okay, we should have 42 stitches. Yep. this is supposed to be to 42 rows. Okay, then work even for 8 rows, so it's to row 50. Okay, now we're going to shape the armhole, and so I'm going to color code row 51, and I will show you why. Okay, now when you go to do the front, it tells you, let's see, okay, you're going to work to the armhole. Okay, so this, I'm going to copy it, go to sheet 2 and paste it. I'll explain why I did that in a little bit. Okay, so now we're getting ready for the armhole shaping. We're going to cast off 2 stitches at beginning of next 2 rows. Okay, so these 2 are going to be cast off. Copy, paste, and that's going to be cast off, paste, copy, paste. Okay. Now I'm going to decrease 1 stitch at each end of every alternate row for 2 rows. Okay. So 2 rows, paste. And we're going to want 36 stitches. So that's 30. Cast off 2, decrease each end. 54 rows with 36 stitches remaining. Okay. So now we have 36 stitches. 38, that's what I did wrong. Okay, so these have got to go. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? And these have got to go. So now I should be at 36. Yeah, that's what it was. Now work a further 32 rows even. So these come up to 32. I lost count. Okay, that's 15. Let me make it small so I can see it. So it'll be to row 86. 86. Okay, that's 33. So I got 3 more to go. Wow. 86. My pattern says 86. Now shoulder shaping. Cast off 10 stitches at beginning of next 2 rows. So you want to fill in this area. Okay, and we want that big again, so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so we want to cast off 10 stitches. Where it is right there. What color did I use for cast off? Green. Okay. Then we're going to knit the row. And then we're going to cast off 10 stitches on this side. And knit the row. Now remember we hid the columns? Well, now we're going to unhide them. Worksheet, hide and unhide. Nope, I want to do the rows. Hide and unhide. Unhide columns. And there's what my back looks like. Okay. Now, the reason I did the other sheet is I renamed this one to say back. Sheet 2 is now the front. Okay. Now, our center is right here. I want to make that a different color so that it kind of stands out on me. Now I can cheat a little bit. The right side. I'm going to copy it. Well, I'm not going to copy that top row, just there to there. Copy. Now, I'm obviously not going to use 42 stitches for the front. Oh, wait a minute, here I am, because it's pullover. Duh, brain fart. Okay, so this is going to be the same, just the part that's going to be different is where I add the neck. Okay, so these are cast off. It wasn't a heavy green, was it? Yeah, that was it. There it is. There we go. Okay, now the front's set up and done. Now we go to the front. We've already done the cast on, the decreasing, the armhole. Now we're on the neck shaping. The neck starts at row 72. And again, I'm going to highlight that into an even different color. Okay. I'm going to cast off the center 8. Now I want to see. You see what happened? Ha ha. Yep. Come up to the corner. Come to B2. And I want to freeze it. Why can't I remember where? My brain sometimes definitely takes a vacation. Ah, there it is. I'm going to freeze it. Okay. Okay. So I need to see these. So I'm going to Home, Rows and Columns, Hide, Unhide Column. So there's my whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to be on 72. We're going to cast off center 8 stitches. Okay, that's 16, so I've got to go 4 on that side. Okay, there's 4. And 4 on that side. Okay, so that's going to be cast off. So all these are gone. This is why I like using the spreadsheet. Okay, the right neck, left in hold. So these are going to go in hold. Okay, so we're going to work on this side. You're going to decrease 1 stitch at neck edge. Okay, so we decrease 1 stitch at neck edge. That was easy. Every row 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Until 10 remain. There's my 10. Then work 10 rows even. Let me double check. For a total of 86 rows. Oh, okay, so that's 10, right? Yeah, well, close enough. Okay, and you're going to do the same. And after you get that done, you're going to cast off as for back. Which is okay. And now when you come back to do the other side, these are no longer on hold. And we're going to just repeat that over there. And I should have 10. Yep. Okay. And that's my neck. Okay. Now you're going to need to do the hems. You can either do it by hand, which is not my style, or you can do it by machine. I like doing it by machine. So what you need to do, you're going to be casting on, well, not casting on, you're going to be rehanging these stitches, but you're going to be rehanging them pick up and work 42 stitches from waist yarn. Work in knit 1, purl 1, rib for 2 inches. Okay, so you're going to take these for 2 inches. For 42, approximately 14 rows. Okay. Alright, and it's a knit and purl, so that's a knit, that's a purl. Now again, I do like to color code it, so I just go pick a color and pick a different color, then copy these and drag them to the end. Okay, now some of your patterns, this will be larger than this, so you kind of have to even it up a little bit. in the pattern I'm doing, it's the same. Okay, and then continue knitting. If it is the same, you could just do these and then rehang them. Then you're going to do the same thing. Let's see. Do copy and paste. One. Oops, okay, it's 12. There we go. Okay, and then you do the same thing for the back, the front. And so there's your front and your back. Now you need to do your sleeves. Okay. Highlight all the columns and rows. Reduce them to about 250, 225 in that area. Go to B2 and freeze it. Which okay, there it is. It's under view. I gotta remember that. Under view. Okay, now the sleeves. You're gonna cast on 24 stitches. Gonna do some increasing to 30 stitches. Cast off, decrease. Okay, so you need 30 stitches. So it's 1, arrow over, equals, back up, plus 1, and drag that for 30. Okay, and it's a total of 56 rows. So you want 56 in A2. Then do a formula in A3, which is equals, up, minus 1, enter. Then drag this down. Okay. Now you need to make this. You have to change the font to this. Okay. Come back down to row 1. And open edge method. So this is the one I'm using red for, remember? Okay. Okay. So you're going to cast on 24 stitches. That's 24 stitches. Okay, so we do a knit. Do this out for 24 stitches. And we want to center it, so that is 3 and 3. Okay? Okay. Going to do waste yarn for 6 rows. And then in stocking stitch, we're going to increase 1 stitch at each end of every 8th row 3 times. Okay, so we have 1, there's 8, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm at 30. Work even for 32 rows. paste. We're going to shape the cap now. Cast off 2 stitches at beginning of next 2 rows. So we have a cast off here. I used green, didn't I? I just copied that and put that there, because this becomes that, which becomes that. I am just dragging and dropping, or copy and pasting, and then there. So that takes care of the first set of cast offs. Then I'm going to decrease 1 stitch at each end of every second row 3 times. Okay. Decrease 1 stitch at each end of every second row 3 times. Okay, so easiest way to do that one is 1, 2, 3, then decrease 1 stitch at each end of every third row 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then decrease 1. Now we want to do the same thing over here. And so that I can see it, I am going to decrease, I'm going to hide these columns. I can always unhide them if I've hid too much. Okay, decrease 1. Decrease 1. You can also just copy and paste, which sometimes is easier. Paste. Paste. Oh, it helps if you copy the thing in the first place. Paste. 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 Unhide, because you can see I unhid too much. Rows, unhide, unhide columns. Yeah, see, this should have been over there. So this gets there. This gets there. And this gets there. Okay, and there is the cap. And you make 2 of those. Now the sleeve hem, if you're going to do by hand, go for it. I don't have that much patience. You're going to pick up these 24 stitches. Yep. Okay, this is where it's, you want to do the decreasing. I know it's somewhere. You're going to pull out 22 stitches. Okay. Now I'm just copying. Okay. You've extended 22 needles. You've rehung these 24 onto these 22. By doing that, you're going to knit 5. Maybe be easy if you see what I'm doing, won't it? Okay, this is actually at the bottom, so we want to move this down. This thing says 6 rows. So I'm going to go here. Okay. Okay, and these are knit, purl, purl. So these are gonna my rows are a little bit, my columns are a little bit off, so just make them a little bit bigger. Just enough till all my lines come in. There. Okay. And, or you can do it the easy way, which I've done before too. Come in the front, copy 6 rows, come over to the sleeve, and paste. And I must have done something wrong. Do copy, paste. Okay, don't need those. And then you will copy these over. Now, you got your needles extended, so you're going to put 5 back on the machine. Then you're going to knit the next 2 together. Okay, so these are all knits. Well, rehang. Hang. I'm going to use H. What's H do? H for hang. Then these are knit 2 together. And I want to merge and center those. And then we are going to knit 10. Oh, instead of knitting 10, we're going to hang 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we are going to knit 2 together, which is right here. And then we're going to knit 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knit 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knit 2. Well, yeah, because when you're hand knitting it, you're going to put 24 stitches. But when you're doing it our way, we're not going to. Okay, so that is what you're going to end up with. Once you do hang 5, hang 2 on 1, hang 10, hang 2 on 1, and hang 4. There. And do that sleeve twice. And seam it together. Going to sew the front to the backs along shoulder seam. Then sew the sleeve top to armhole, ease to fit, sew sides and sleeve seams. Sew in any remaining seams. Then you can crochet to desired length around the neckline edge. And that is it. And I'll be back when I'm ready to do it on the machine. And I hope you have fun with this.